Hello and welcome to Music Monday Interlude. I'm Jean Lemmenes, and this is the third installment of interviews with past artistic directors of the Holland Chorale. Today, we welcome Ryan Kelly. Ryan, review with me the years that you were the artistic director with the Holland Chorale.
Hi, Jean. I was artistic director with the Holland Chorale between 2009 and 2012. So I had the privilege of being with the chorale during their 50th anniversary season. We had lots of great moments musically and artistically. Certainly during that time, I would say our preparation for our Carnegie Hall debut and for the album that we produced in 2012, Expressions of the Soul. Both of those were really highlights of our time.
Yes, thank you. There were highlights of me for myself as well. Thank you. Ryan, where do you live now and how does it compare to Michigan?
I live in southeastern Pennsylvania, about 20 minutes outside of Philadelphia. And how does it compare to Michigan? I guess wearing my Michigan State ball cap around Penn State, Temple, and Villanova fans doesn't buy me any friends, nor does wearing my Chicago Cubs gear to the Phillies games. But in seriousness, we love living in Pennsylvania. We miss all of our friends that and relationships that we built in East Lansing and in Holland. And our time on the lakeshore was a time of great memories. So.
Yes. Yeah, I've never been to Well, I was going to say I've driven through Pennsylvania, but I've never actually vacationed there. So that should be something that I put on my bucket list someday. That'd be great.
It's a very wide state. It takes you a while to get through it.
Yes, definitely. So tell us about your current position at the university.
I teach at Westchester University of Pennsylvania. It's really a wonderful place for students to study music. It's a great place to teach. It's a state school of about 18,000 students, so it's a large university with a really robust school of music. We have 3 full-time choral people and 4 full-time voice faculty members and 8 choirs. I mean, it's a very, very busy school of music, a place that I love to teach. I direct a few of the choirs and to teach conducting and some other courses in voice and choral music. And of course, the proximity to Philadelphia and to New York and to Baltimore and to Washington, D.C. Provides our students with a lot of professional and music opportunities that are really fulfilling and assist in their education. So it's a great place.
Yeah, it sounds wonderful. So Ryan, last year was the chorale's 60th anniversary, and you were going to be in Michigan celebrating with us at our spring anniversary concert. And it was a huge disappointment to all of us when we needed to cancel the concert due to the beginning of the COVID pandemic. What were you looking forward to the most in returning to be with us for that anniversary weekend?
The most I was particularly looking forward to making music again with people, singers and friends who we spent several years together with. I mean, it's not just seeing them, the ability to work on some music and be a part of that concert weekend was really exciting. So we were excited to do that, to see friends. My wife Noelle was part of the chorale when we were there. Our firstborn daughter Julianne was born while we were with the chorale, and so she would come to rehearsals early on. So those reunions were exciting to look forward to. And then I guess secondarily, we were looking forward to going to De Boer's Bakery and enjoying Klompen cakes.
Yes, definitely. I love the Klompen cakes there as well. So that's a nice memory, I'm sure, for you. And someday here again, and you'll get
someday
to it.
We'll come again.
Yes. How are you coping with the pandemic, both personally and as a music educator?
That would be that's a question we could talk for hours on and never even scratch the surface on. So it's been I guess in a way the last year has kind of illumined how as individuals and collectively as a community, who we are. We've learned a lot about ourselves, what our priorities are, what our identity and purpose often is wrapped up in. And in a way, everyone has experienced loss. Some to a far greater degree than others, and certainly many to a greater degree than I have. But everyone I know has experienced loss in some way over the course of this last year, and whether it's the loss of profession or community, experiences, loved ones, or their health, whether it's physical or mental. It's really put on kind of public display what has been a core of our lives, and so when we see this loss, it demonstrates to us, I think, a reminder as we look to the future and as we look to what we hope to regain and to see resume, reminds us that so many of those things are transient, and that if our identity and purpose are wrapped up in them, and we lose them, it shows us the challenges that we face both spiritually and mentally and physically. And so as we look at those professions and those hobbies and community, and even choral music, since that's what we love so much, as we look at regaining those things, we recognize none of those things offers permanent security or eternal peace or life. And so we want to recognize as we get those things back that these are gifts that we have, but that we don't want them to define us. We don't want to look to those things for purpose. And those are things that certainly have been on my mind, and as I interact with others and learn to love each other better and to work more closely with them as I teach or lead, or just participate in community with them. These are things that we're grappling a lot with. So
You have said that so well, Ryan. Thank you. It's just such a good reminder that life is about loving one another and sharing life with each other. And music is a tool for that. It helps us have fellowship with one another as we have that emotional experience together. The Holland Chorale is all about experiencing music, experiencing choral music together, to have that experience as singers, but also to offer it to our community. And as one of our past artistic directors, what words of encouragement do you have for the Holland Chorale as we move into the future?
Oh, as we look to singing in person again, no one will be surprised that I say this. Word of encouragement: always choose to not use a microphone if you have the ability to. The nuance of being able to listen to the intimacy of unamplified human voices that have not been affected by electronics, that sound in the natural world, built by in ambiances and rooms of natural material. Those are unique historic sounds that have roots in millennia, far longer than the roots in electronics. So I'd say ditch the microphones and just let the sound decay as it needs to.
Mm-hmm. Good words of advice. Thank you, Ryan. It has been a pleasure to spend time with you today, to hear about what's going on with you. And please give Noelle and the girls our love from the Holland Chorale and from Michigan. It will be wonderful to see you again sometime soon. We hope that we can arrange once again some type of a reunion where you, along with other past directors, do come back, since we had to cancel it for the anniversary concert. But once again, thank you.
You're welcome. Looking forward to it.